Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the part of the world you're watching this video from. It's Bearable King again on your Bearable channel, and today we are going to be looking at the British pound American dollar for the 35th week, right? Last week I had a lot of engagement and I had a lot of outings, so I was unable to do our weekly review. For this, I apologize. However, I did make up for it by doing a midweek review last week, Wednesday, for those that are on the Telegram channel. So if you're not on the Telegram channel, please do yourself a favor, check in the description below and join the Telegram channel. Okay. So without wasting too much time, I'm going to go into what we're looking at for this new week. Okay. As it's my normal norm, I love taking words from the good book, the Bible, right? And my word for today is taken from the book of Proverbs 22, chapter 22, verse 29, which says, "Says a man that is diligent in his business, he will stand before kings and not before mean men or men," right? Now, the reason why this is very important at this time is because I've had the privilege to work with a lot of developing traders. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of successful traders. And I can say this confidently that the difference between those that are struggling and those that are successful is not because they are, what's it called? They are not hardworking, right? Or they are not uninformed. The difference is their ability to stay disciplined and diligent. Okay. You need to be diligent and you need to be disciplined. Now, what's discipline? Discipline simply means doing that thing you don't want to do because of the greater reward in future, right? So, for example, you see someone like Usain Bolt, he's practicing and practicing and practicing for a race that would happen in 4 years' time, right? The only reason why he's doing that is because he is disciplining himself now so that in the next 4 years, he will be able to achieve that goal, right? So I see a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to be a successful trader. I want to be successful in this business." And yes, they'll go and get all the courses, they'll pay for the courses, they'll pay for the mentorship, but the things that they need to do, the discipline they need to put in place, the diligence they need to put in place to become successful, they are unable to do that. Okay. So it's not just about hard work. I've spoken about hard work before. You cannot achieve anything in this life without hard work, right? You need to do the work, right? But if you're doing the work and you're not disciplined to do the right things, it's just like now you backtest throughout the whole weekend. You study throughout the whole weekend. You say, okay, I'm not going to take more than 2 trades in a day. And by 3 p.m. on Monday, you've already taken 7 trades. You're just like that person that is fetching water in the basket, right? So my word for you this week is you have been working hard and you know you have been working hard, but have you been putting in the needed discipline and diligence to be successful, right? Have you been doing that? So put in your focus or focus on being a diligent and disciplined person rather than running from pillar to post looking for the next holy grail or the next strategy. All right. Okay, so let's go into the chart without wasting so much time. So if you're looking at this chart and you're new here, you need to go and watch the first video I did this year. And I think this is the best analysis I've done on British pounds, American dollars so far. You know, the more you do something, the better you get at it, okay? So as at the beginning of this year, I marked this zone that I was expecting the market to pull back into the zone, which the price actually did here. And then from this point, I'm expecting the market to run up into the zone. So far, on the weekly time frame review, the market has been playing out 100%, right? So we're expecting this price to get up to this point here, which is around 1.350 to 1.365 thereabout. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the daily time frame so that we can zoom in a bit and see what we've discussed real time, right? So we started the year somewhere around here, right? We started the year somewhere around here. This is January zone. And I did mention that we're having a consolidation manipulation and we're expecting a distribution. And that is what has been happening to this chart. So immediately the market broke above this point. I said we're going to expect a pullback and the market will run up. And that exactly is what the market did. But the market came to tap this key area of interest. Now, am I expecting this market to run all the way up here directly, which is our expected level for distribution? Let me drag this down a bit so that it looks a bit uniform. My answer for this is no. Why? It takes a lot of dollars in millions to move the market from this point to this point. So for example, say you're a swing trader, right? And here I'm going to discuss a bit on how the market interacts. Say you're a swing trader, you waited for the price to come down here and you took your buy from here and the market has gone up to this point. Let's say, for example, you took your entry around here, you set your stop loss below this last low here, right? This trade has already given you roughly about 6 hours. Will you not take your profits? I'm sure you're going to take your profits. So the reason why I'm not expecting this market to run up all into this zone is simply because I am anticipating that a lot of traders, and when I'm saying a lot of traders, what I'm expecting is that a lot of traders are going to be taking their profits somewhere around here, right? They're going to be taking their profit somewhere around here. And once they take their profit, they would be, we should be expecting that the sellers would take dominance here, thus pushing the price downwards a little bit, right? So right now, we had the price do this from here, right? Then the market came up here, right? And then the market came down here. So we have a bullish trend. And since we have a higher high now, the next thing we're expecting is what? A higher low, right? So I personally am expecting the market to come down into this demand zone here. And then from here, we may see the market run up to this point, right? Now, if you don't know what the demand zone is, please go and do your study, okay? Go and do your study. So this is the demand zone on the daily time frame, which I am anticipating that the market is going to tap into before running up to this point. Now, for us to take a sell from here, we need to see a confirmation on the lower time frame, right? This was our previous chart. And you know, this chart is actually beautiful to behold because I did mention when the price was around here that I was expecting a buy, and when the price was around here, I was expecting a buy. And then we had this double bottom, which started pushing the price up, and we had this pullback, right? And the market ran up. Okay. So this is where the price is at the moment. Now, this is the last pullback on this chart, right? If you know me well enough, you would know that I always love to see a flip before I take a sell. What does that mean? So if this price should come below this point, I would expect it to pull back a little, and then I'll be taking myself down into the zone. This is the zone I marked on the daily time frame. All right. So this week, if we see a reversal here, I would turn bullish for the time being. Even though the overall view on the higher time frame is bullish, I can take a bearish move because this market can sell for a while. The same way this price sold from here, right? From here to here for roughly about, what's it called? 340 pips. And it took about 26 days, which is roughly about a month, right? So I can expect the same move that happened here. I should expect something similar here. However, the break below, the same way this break was the one that confirmed this drop, I would like to see something similar here as well. Now, what is the other option? What if the price doesn't break? We currently have a demand zone somewhere here, right? which simply means that the price can do what? Tap into the zone and then do what? Run up. If this happens, once it creates a higher high, what happens? My flip zone moves to this point. So when I see the flip, that's when I'm going to take a sell. So I presently, I've closed my buys. I'm looking for opportunities to sell the market right now. All right. So this is where I'm going to stop for this week. I hope you've been blessed. I hope you've learned a lot. Till next week, remain safe, remain blessed, and I remain Bear King. Bye bye.